A scrub is a guy that thinks he's fine. Also known as a buster. Always talking about what he wants. Just fix on his broken soul. No, I don't want your number. No, I don't wanna give you mine. No, I don't wanna meet you nowhere. No, don't want none of your time.
Hello, hi. Is this too close? Is it not close enough? Unfortunately, I am still on my vlog camera. I completely forgot to charge the batteries on my other camera and they're charging right now. I have to use both of these cameras now at the same time because now I'm filming everything for two different platforms. One has to be this way, one has to be that way. So I do need both cameras and I just didn't think about it. And here we are. But I want to do a makeup look. I want to use the palette that I showed in my last makeup video, this Natasha Denona palette. It is February, happy Black History Month. And yeah, I want to use this Cupid palette. I've only used this palette once and not very much, so I think this is the perfect time to use this palette. It's the month of love, Cupid palette. Let's get into it. I've already done my brows. I'm going to set my eyelids this time because I think I want to do a cut crease. I think, even though I'm pretty sure my cut crease brush, wherever it is dirty. I don't know where it is, so that's leading me to believe that it's dirty because I have all my dirty brushes in a bag somewhere. Hello, if you're new here, my name is Quisha. If you're not new here, welcome back. How y'all doing? Y'all all right? I'm good, y'all. This is dirty too. Check. Yeah, I want to do a cut crease, an easy cut crease. I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know, y'all. I want to do a cut crease, okay, with the palette. I don't think I've done a cut crease in like a year or two. I think I tried to do one like 6 months ago and it didn't come out right because I didn't have the right brush and I don't know. So let's see if this one's better. I'm gonna try to make this beginner friendly. So the first thing that you wanna do is set your lids either with a eyelid primer or a concealer. I find that concealer is easiest just because you already have a concealer and you don't have to use an extra product. So I use a concealer that's very close to my skin tone. This is the Anastasia concealer in the shade 18. It's a really good concealer. It reminds me a lot of the Tarte Shape Tape. It's just thick and it doesn't crease. It's really good for setting the lids. I got this shade Sight Unseen and it just doesn't work for me as a concealer, so I've been using it to clean up my brows and set my lids and stuff. I have been using this concealer for like 2 years and she is not empty yet. This bitch is full. Well, she's not full anymore, but she's doing her job. I'm gonna set my lids with setting powder. This is a Laura Mercier setting powder in the deep dark. You can use any powder. It's gonna help set the concealer in place and prevent creasing and make it easier for your eyeshadow to glide on top of. So I just press that in. I look down and I press it in. You want to look down so it can get in those creases and you won't have any creases when you look up or anything like that. And you don't need a lot either. Get it on down, child. What y'all been up to? What y'all been doing? Nothing much over here, y'all. Just boycotting Target and everybody else. Here's my thing. What's wrong with DEI? Y'all don't want us to have opportunities? You don't want to focus, or you don't want to make sure that you have a diverse group of people working for you so you can get different viewpoints and opinions. It's leading to, you know what? It ain't my business. I'm saying it's not my business, but it is my business because it's making it hard for us to shop anywhere, to support anybody. Why don't you want equal opportunities for everyone? I don't understand why that's like. I hope I can use just this palette. I'm known to pull out extra palettes because the palettes don't give me what I need all the time, but we're gonna try to use just this one palette. All right, I'm first gonna start with this shade. Huh? I'm hoping these are the same on the back as how they are portrayed on the front. I believe this is Nude Vino. Why do I feel like this is backwards though? Because wouldn't this be like a Nude Vino? It's called Shell though, so maybe this is Shell. Whatever, y'all. What I believe to be Nude Vino, we're gonna use this shade and I'm gonna put it in my brow bone. Maybe. It's kind of ashy. Let me see. Is it for the brow bone? No, it's not for the brow. I'm gonna just tap it just a little bit since I already put it on the brush, but no, this ain't really. I'm gonna press that into the brow bone. Then I'm going to take the shade Shell, which is this deeper, it's like a reddish brown. Put that in the crease, focusing it on the outside corner, and then slowly bring it to the front. And you know what said, y'all? I loved Target. I was about to start a new series on here and on my TT where we went to Target every Friday. Yeah, they won't be seeing me. And I noticed the emails have increased from them. For what? And I am taking this a little bit above my crease because when I look forward, I want you to still see this shade. It goes into the crease and a little bit above the crease. Y'all, I was supposed to film a vlog this weekend, but I didn't do anything. I drank for the first time in a very long time. My body did not like it. We malfunctioned on Sunday, so nothing got done. Also making sure that this color is down in the front, like you can see it. Because again, when you cut the crease, you really want this color to show through, to show that depth. So basically when you're doing a cut crease, you want the color in the crease to be the darkest shade so that when you cut the crease, which I'll show y'all later, you will be able to see that dark shade and it just gives this definition that just looks really good. All right, this is pretty good. I just want to make sure that I have enough down. I'm going to take this deep burgundy shade called Oxide. I don't know if that's really oxide or not. I don't know. It's very hard to tell with these palettes. Like, is it flipped around? Is it exactly the same? I don't know, but that's what I believe it to be. So I'm going to take this Oxide shade. Really pretty. I'm just going to go on the outside of that deeper shade just to give us that hint of red that's going to look good when we cut the crease. This almost looks purple, which I don't love. All right, and then we're going to take that super pale shade that I used first, and I'm just going to use that to blend into my brow bone again to make sure that these lines, see how it looks kind of harsh along here? I'm going to use that to blow this out, and so it's not a harsh edge. I do wish I had a tad bit of a deeper shade to put in this immediate outer corner, but I don't, so I'm going to go back into that, what did I say? Shell. I'm going to take a tinier, more concentrated brush. I'm going to take that shell shade and try my best to really get into this crease here and really define this outer corner. It's not quite dark enough, so I'm just going to try to pack it in as best I can. This is why I like to use multiple palettes, unless the palette really has everything. I just really think for deeper skin tones, there needs to be a very deep, dark chocolate brown or even a black that we can work off of to help deepen those corners. Because this is like, do y'all see? It's dark, but it's like not dark enough. I need a rich, something a little darker and richer, but we can, I'm just going to try to use this one palette because I can and I know I can do this. Alright y'all, so what else been going on? I'm really excited about my new channel, my Paperback Shawty channel. She's just getting started, but I love talking about books. Like, I can't. I definitely have an addiction, but that's like with anything. Like when I find something that I like with makeup, if you've been here with me, we've been buying a lot of palettes for a real long time. And now we're buying a lot of books, which makes me so happy because books mean a lot to me and they always have. I guess it's time to cut the crease, y'all. I'm not happy with this palette. This is not deep enough, but I'm trying to just use the one palette. It's gonna look fine, especially when the crease is cut, because that's the start of the show. Why am I stuck? Why do I get stuffy when I sit down and start talking to y'all? Y'all, I'm not on drugs, I swear. Alright, so to cut my crease, when you cut your crease, depending on what colors you want to go in that cut crease space, you want to use, typically you want to use a concealer that's a lot lighter than your skin tone. Even sometimes like a white concealer works best, but I don't have any on me right now. They expired. If they still have it, the white concealer from ColourPop is really good, and it's super affordable, and it's just a really good concealer for cutting your crease. Like I said, I don't have a white concealer. I do have this very old P. Louise pink concealer, but I don't think this is gonna go with the look because these looks are these shadows aren't really of the pinky variety, but it would help make this look Valentine's Day-ish if I were to use this and then put a shimmer on top. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. This is the P. Louise Winter Rose, you know. This is Winter Rose by P. Louise. It's a base. That's what I was trying to say. This eyeshadow base. This is so old. I don't even know if this... Like, y'all bought this years ago. Years ago. And I don't know if I've ever used it for a video. I think I have. I remember doing a pink cut crease before. I'm going to put a lot down. So I'm just going to put a bunch on this napkin. The brush does matter when you're doing a cut crease. You want to use something that's really flat. I say slightly rounded, like this. Or if you are very good, you can even use an eyeliner brush. I'm gonna take some of this base and get it on the back of my hand. Warm that up on the back of the hand because this is very old. I'm pretty sure I bought this in like 2021, maybe even prior to 2020. Like, I don't remember. It's just old. And I actually no longer support P. Louise. I'm just letting y'all know what this is, but I wouldn't shop from P. Louise ever again. The best trick to cutting your crease, to get that, to know where to cut the crease, is to put your base on your lid and get a good amount down and look up and like roll your eyes like this. Well, hold on, I need a little bit more. It's gonna put a line down for you and get it off of your eyelashes. Hold on, y'all, why it's not imprinting? Babe, you gotta imprint. I got the faintest line, but do y'all see where that line is? That's gonna be my guide. So I'm taking my little brush and I'm going to start where that line is, and that's gonna let me know where to start mapping it out. If you put more down, you'll get more of a line, but that little dot just let me know where I needed to go. So I'll try to do it for the other eye so y'all can see how it's a lot more helpful. So this is where we're gonna go. I like to tap and press. So I like to kind of go like this, and I think it just helps keep the cut crease crisp if you just tap and press. Girl. And I'm gonna start here also and tap and press. Then you can work on your cut crease shape. I'm not breathing. And then you just fill all this in. So see how when I look forward, you can still see all my cut crease space? That's why you look up. If you want your cut crease space to show, which I think you would if you're gonna do all that work to cut the crease, you definitely want it to show when you're looking forward. So this is a half cut crease, by the way. Full cut creases don't look good on me. I don't do them. And so I kind of stop like right past where my, what is this called? My eyeball, iris, whatever. I go a little bit past that, and then that's where I stop. I take my finger and I tap this out on the end. This makes it easier for you to blend your shadows, and it looks a lot more seamless when you do it with your fingers, in my opinion. And now we're gonna put down the shimmer, and I'm gonna use this like silvery one in the middle, which is called Monroe. I would love to do like a pink shimmer, but it's not in this palette. I'm just gonna put that Monroe shimmer right on top. I don't know if I like this. I don't know how I feel about it in contrast to the other shades. It's like I like it and I don't. Let's work. This is my problem. I start looking at it when it's not even nowhere near done. I'm like, I don't like it. All right, so now we're gonna take that deep red shade from before, this one on the end here. I'm gonna put that next to the pink. Gonna help blend everything. You want to make sure that's down, get that color laid down, and then you can worry about blending. Just go back and forth with your brush. And this is why doing it with your fingers, what I did with my fingers, is so helpful, because look how easily this blends now. And I'm just gonna blend this a little more just so it's like seamless and smooth. That really helps with your cut crease as well. The more blended it is, the better it looks. So just take your time, look at that, brush back and forth, make sure it's not harsh. Like, look at that, y'all. Why am I starting to like it? It's that blend that's gonna do it for me. Back to that deep brown, and you're just gonna put that back down. Look, it's not even that deep, like, please. The red is almost deeper. Like, I would love a black right now. I would love to use some black. That is the cut crease. I do wish I would have taken this up slightly, a little bit more, but I like it. Now I like it. So now we're gonna do the other eye, and I'm gonna try my best to try to do the look up thing. So I would just draw a line across And always make sure you take the excess off your lashes because it's going to get on your lid and it's not going to look good. Only got a little dot again. Don't be trying to embarrass me. All right, I got a little bit more this time. It's a helpful guide. So then we're just going to use that line and we're just going to go from there. And again, I like to immediately go to the corner. The not breathing is too red. And now I try to look to see if they're even. They're not. They never are. They never are. It's whatever. All right, now we're gonna add the shimmer. The creases have been cut. Back it up a little piece. Oh my gosh, y'all, I haven't done a cut crease in so long. I feel like it feels awkward. They look like my typical cut creases where this one is always higher than this one. It's just the way my eyes are. Like, I just follow the line. So it is what it is, but I do like the shades. I'm gonna draw a wing because for me, I feel that my cut creases need wings. It just looks better on my eyes. So I'm just gonna draw a wing. Again, not breathing. I definitely want to go back to doing my gel wings. I just feel like my wings look so much better when I used a gel liner with that MAC eyeliner brush, which I still have. I just need to find it. Not me thinking I was going to pull it out immediately, but it's somewhere around here. But my wings used to look so good. Oh, I just messed up. I blinked and I'm trying to talk. Oh my god. Girl, be careful. Hold on, my eyes are about to tear up. Alright, anyway, I'm going to briefly talk about books. I am so excited for the books that I get to read this month. The selection I have is chef's kiss, okay? My February hopefuls. If you want to know what they are, book, YouTube, Paperback Shawty, I'll link it down below. The lineup is very good and very black. I think the only book that I've read, and I've already read it, and today's February 3rd. The Arrangement, I think that's the only non-black book. And I listened to that on audio. Let me do this first. Tip, if you struggle with eyeliner, getting your eyeliner straight. Mine's not straight all the time. I don't think anybody's is ever perfectly straight, but to get it as straight as possible, go in like little dashes like this. Do a dash, take a break. Do a dash, take a break. It's time consuming, but until you can get it down, it's the best way to ensure that you're going to have as straight of a wing as possible. See me, I just be dragging it sometimes. And then I fill in the space. And then to do my wing, I drag it up towards the tail of my brow bone. So I go upwards, little dashes. Towards my eyebrow, and then I connect like that. Just swoop it down. That is the easiest way to explain the wing process. I feel like my wings always look more messed up when I put on lashes, but there's nothing I can do about that. I need to work on that myself. This Shiseido eyelash curler is worth every penny. I found out about this eyelash curler from Aaliyah's Face, and yes, it's $25, but I don't think I'll ever use another eyelash curler in my life. Like, it is the best, and I don't think you'll have to buy another one. I think the only thing you have to buy are like the pads, and it already comes with a replacement one, so I don't see myself having to buy another one for a while, because this eyelash curler is the truth. Mascara really doesn't matter, but I'm gonna use this YSL mascara. It was highly recommended, but I don't think it's that good. I prefer the e.l.f. roller lash over this YSL one. And this the e.l.f. roller lash was like $8, and I think this YSL one was like $30. And it's like, it's not really worth $30. Same thing with the MAC Stack mascara. I mean, it was cool, and then I did start to like it, but then I didn't. Like I went from not liking it to back to like not really liking it. It's just, it wasn't worth it, the $30 in my opinion. Same with this YSL one. I just don't think it's worth $30. Is it a good mascara? Yeah, but is it a $30 mascara? No. Primer, let's use this Gucci one. It's one of the new primers that I have that I haven't used. This is the Gucci Silk Priming Serum. A little Gucci. A little Gooch. Not Gooch. Smells bougie. The smell would annoy me after a while. Like, it smells good, but I can see this getting on my nerves. It kind of has like a notes of lemon. Why do I get stuffy when I sit down and film like this? Like, I feel crazy. This feels really good. This does feel nice. This does feel nice. It's kind of mattifying a little bit. It says silk. Let me read about this. What they saying? What's tea? What about her? What's she about? What's her story? So this is good for minimizing and blurring pores, hydrating, radiant finish, best for dry combo normal skin. It's good for dry skin. So it's like a moisturizing vibe. Primer that creates a luminous finish, visibly even skin tone, and visibly plumps skin while creating a glow effect. Squalane. Powder technology imparts an elegant silky texture for better blendability and a natural finish. Okay. Feels really good, and I do see that it blurred my pores. Okay, Gucci. How much is it? I do like the smell, but I don't know. Would it annoy me? $60. Not the 60. I don't know if I've used my House Labs foundation on here. Let me do the lashes first. I'm back. I went on ahead and put my lashes on. Y'all have seen me put lashes on a million times. If you haven't, just go watch any other makeup video I have. I put on my lashes every time. For foundation, I'm gonna do the House Labs foundation. I don't know if I've used this yet on this channel during a full makeup video. I'm sure I've shown it during shorts, but I'm gonna use it now. This is the House Labs foundation, and I'm in the shade, who is it? I think I'm 440. Yeah, 440 medium deep cool. And this is in my opinion, this is my perfect shade. It just matches so well. It doesn't look too warm, and you really don't need that much. I'm just gonna put like 3 pumps on the back of my hand. 1, 2, 3. That might even be too much. You really don't need that much of this foundation, so I think this might even be too much. So let's blend it out and see. I'm gonna use a brush and then a sponge. This brush is from Morphe. It is the E63 brush, and I really like this brush. I bought this back in the day when it was called the Filter Effect combo, and it came with this brush and a sponge. I do have the sponge, and I bought it twice, so I have 2 of these and 2 sponges because I liked it so much. This is a really good brush for foundation in my opinion. The sponges are just dirty, so I'm just gonna use another sponge that I have that's clean. I just think it does a really good job of blending out the foundation and looking, like they said, filter effects. It's giving filter. Y'all, the more I look at this cut crease, the more I'm into it. At first I was like, oh, I'm not feeling it, and now I'm like, oh, this is tea. Like, look at how good this foundation looks. It is my exact shade. It's so good, and I still have extra on the back of my hand that I'm gonna take off because I don't need it. You shouldn't need more than 2 pumps. I mean, do whatever you want, but if you just want like something to look like this, I say 2 pumps is fine. Hey, why do I get so stuffed up when I sit down, y'all? I'm not doing nothing. All right, let's move on to concealer. I do have the House Labs concealer. So in my last video, I said I was gonna mention if it creased on me. I didn't notice it creasing, but also I didn't pay attention. So that is also a problem. I'm gonna use it again today simply because I want to see how it works with the foundation. I don't know if I've used them together yet, so we're gonna do that today and see how it looks, if it creases or not. So far, I'm not sold on this concealer. This is not something that I would repurchase. The foundation, absolutely. It's not really giving it to me. Before I forget, I am gonna take a damp beauty blender and tap my foundation into my skin. It's not a necessary step. Look how good of a job that brush did. I'm just gonna do it. just to make sure. And it also picks up any excess that I feel like I don't really need. I like full coverage, but I don't like to look piled on and cakey and stuff. So this just helps take off some of that extra product. This foundation is so good. And it has skincare in it. I don't know exactly what. Please look it up, but it's really good for your skin and it just looks so good. For the concealer, I'm gonna use the House Labs concealer in the shade, I think this is 32, in the shade, yeah, 32 medium golden, and I'm gonna set it with the One Size pink setting powder because this is a Valentine's Day look. We want to give Pinky a little piece. Do I want to be super pink? Because y'all, I also have this Danessa Myricks blush that I'm kind of in the mood to use. This is in the shade It Girl. It is gorgeous. I typically like to use this when I'm doing like a no eyeshadow look. It is so bright that I kind of just want it to be like the star of the show when it's on my face. I don't know if this is the vibe for the day. Let me look at the other one. Also have Flirted Up from Sephora. This one's really pretty. Oh, I think this might be the way to go. Rosé and Brunch from Danessa Myricks. I think these two are the vibe. I think I'm going to put this one down first and then put this one on top of it. Put the concealer here and then we're going to go like this. Take it up a little bit. Give us some highlighting points. So when you put the concealer in these places, it just highlights these points of your face. So you kind of want like the center of your face to be the brightest and then it kind of disperses outwards like that. It just helps highlight these points on those. I know some people do like this. I don't always do this, but I'll do it today. Like, why not? And then people do like this too, but I don't do that. I don't think it helps my face shape. It might, I just don't do it. And then for contour, Fenty Beauty Espresso. You want to put down all of your wets first, like all of your creams and liquids first before you start doing your powders. I'm explaining things more in depth because I do want this to be a quote-unquote beginner-friendly type of tutorial, so that's why I'm explaining things. If you already know this, good for you, but this is for my beginners, my beginner girls. Update on this blush brush from e.l.f. Amazing. A $5 well spent. This is a really good blush brush. It's dense, it gets the pigment down, it's good. I'll probably buy another one. Let's blend out this concealer. Also, you want to let your concealer sit for at least 30 seconds. It helps with your coverage and it just looks so much better when you let it sit for a minute. The concealer brush I'm going to use is the Sephora number 71 brush. This brush is so good. I definitely want to buy another one because you have to clean it after every time and I need a backup for when I'm being lazy. I do have a more affordable alternative. I think this brush was like $22, and an affordable alternative is the Real Techniques concealer brush. I want to say this brush is under $10. I don't know exactly how much it is, but it is very affordable. It's definitely like half the price of the Sephora one, and you can look at the brushes side by side to see how they look. The Sephora one is definitely more dense and compact, and the Real Techniques one's a little bit more like spread out and wispy, but they both do a really good job of blending out your concealer. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Sephora one because I do like it a little pinch better than the Real Techniques one. Y'all, I love them both. They're both very good. Tap and press. I take it near where my wing is so it can kind of help cut my wing a little bit more crisp, and then down into the blush, which is why I like to put down my blush first, because you don't want like a harsh line of blush. You kind of want the concealer to blend into the blush instead of the blush cutting the concealer, if that makes sense. This is such a good brush. And when I get to my nose, usually I like to kind of go down like that. I'm gonna put contour on my nose so it kind of hides this a little bit and just kind of go like that. It's gonna help. I don't really be contouring my nose like that. Like, I just do that little line just to help with my concealer. It's starting to crease already. Like, y'all, oh my god, let me show y'all. I don't usually have that with my concealers, and I know no concealer is really creaseless, but this is like, I just feel like it immediately enhances my creases. All right, I'm going to go in with my One Size setting powder, and again, this is the Ultra Pink. Put it on the back of my hands and tap up and press into your eye. Can y'all see the crease? Y'all see it already? I listened to the arrangement. That was one of the first things I listened to in February, and it was good. Like, it was very good. I can't wait to listen to the next one. I want to read all the books I have scheduled for this month. I hope I can get to all of them. So I'm going to take this little, yes, I still use this. I got this from Dollar Tree. And then this is when I do my nose. And I try to take it into where into my eyeshadow look. And this is all the nose contouring that I do, y'all. I don't be contouring my nose like that. It's not something that I do. Now let's start blending everything else out. My favorite steps of my makeup always change. It used to be setting my eyes. Then it was doing my bronzer. Right now, my favorite step, it would have to be setting my eyes. Putting my powder after my concealer under my eyes. That's my favorite thing right now. And when you do your bronzer, you want to blend upwards at an upwards angle. And as you can see, that helps with the blush as well. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Spray and Set Makeup Extender. I want to get the red one. I can't find, well, back when I was looking for this, I couldn't find the red one. They only had this one. Y'all, I'm into the look though. I'm gonna take my wet sponge, a clean portion, and just kind of press this setting spray into my skin. It just really helps give you that skin-like look while also finish setting your makeup. So yeah. I could do this all day, cause why does it look this good? Let's do Fenty Beauty Round Out. Y'all, the timing is perfect. My other batteries are charged, so I can film horizontally and vertically at the same time. Cause baby, I did not like doing it twice for my most recent book haul. I'm a one take kind of bitch, you know what I'm saying? I can't duplicate. This lip liner is so nice. It's so creamy too. This is my lip liner brush. I know how it looks because it's this one that I got back in the day when I was doing BoxyCharm. I have other brushes like this, but this is the only one I actually use. I think the other ones are dirty, most likely. To be able to not wash any makeup brushes for a year and still have new makeup brushes is crazy. And I'm not trying to brag. It's kind of unhinged, because why do I have that many brushes? And I do still have clean brushes, which is, I don't think I washed one brush in 2024. I'm keeping it real. And when this lip liner sets, it does not move, so you do need to work if you want to get it blended. All right, so I want to use this. They don't make this anymore, and I hate that, but I do really like this shade. This is the KKW Pink 2 lipstick. They don't make this. I don't, as far as I know. So yeah, it's old. And what about it? So yes, very pink, but hold please. We're gonna do a combo. I'm using Toffee by Persona, a brown gloss to kind of settle it down. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So this is the final look. Do you like it? Am I cute? Thank you so much for getting ready with me. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
I don't want you.